Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Hey. It's us after, well, almost after dark. You know,
Oh,
it's not
mid
quite dark
afternoon,
yet,
or
but
it's sort of
yeah,
sort of late afternoon. We're
right.
old. Shut up. Hey,
I go ahead.
Truth. Hey, Ola.
Hey, hey, everybody,
And you
everybody.
wish.
Hello. You wish. Olaf, the master is here. Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes, yes. But we just figured, what the heck? Babs has been extra special lately.
Yes, we thought
Ah,
we thought we'd do a deep gossip dive.
absolutely. Well, we're kind of the warm up show for Citrus tomorrow because Citrus is going to go live tomorrow at, I think it's noon his time, but that's for me, I think that's 3 o'clock Eastern time. So we'll kind of go for there, and but just click the bell and you won't miss it, folks, because you don't want to miss it.
No,
You
no,
don't.
no, no.
You don't. You don't. You don't.
The great orange
So
head is arrived.
absolutely.
I know I
Absolutely.
rarely do off the cuff lives, but what the hell?
Well, yeah, because I was bugging you. I said, we gotta talk about Bab.
Soaking.
She's
Soap,
been
soap,
so
soap, soap,
special.
soap. Anyway, we had such a good time last week, and no, I'm not going to do another 4.5 hour. Never mind that. I had a headache afterwards.
Oh, bless your heart.
I know. I was so put out.
You needed cake. Then you wouldn't have had a headache. You'd have had your sugar rush. Uh oh, I don't hear you.
It's because,
Oh,
StreamYard keeps muting me. I am not doing anything. So now I'm
um,
just
mm-hmm.
hey,
Uh-huh.
hey, all up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Would you stop?
Oh, I'm just so oh man, I tell you. So the people I have come across, we used to call it little random acts of stupidity when you went out, every now and then you'd see, and it wasn't that often, every now and then you saw people doing absolutely stupid shit, was driving or walking or just whatever the fuck they're doing. Now it's all the time, multiple times a day. I cannot leave this house without shaking my head and wanting to like seriously do bodily harm to some of these idiots that are out there.
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
there literally is a chick in the parking lot. Yeah, it's a big parking lot. There's, stores, everything. I'm just going because, you're in a parking lot, so you're going slow, thank God. Anyways, so I'm just, making my way to the end of the aisle so that I could leave to go out to the main part. And this chick just literally walks in front of my car. And she's got her nose in her phone texting. And it's just like,
Oh.
hello. And I laid on my horn. I honked at her and she jumped and gave me a really dirty look. And she's like, you didn't have to honk at me. I said, you almost walked into my car. I said, thank God I'm paying attention, you idiot. It's like, if I hadn't have been paying attention, you'd have been squished. So pay attention to where you're walking.
Oh my God.
God, it's
Now I
not
gotta, and
important.
I have to interrupt you. Jay,
Hey,
what do you
Dave.
mean I'm being censored? Is there a beep happening?
No, no, no. When you get muted randomly by
Oh,
StreamYard.
oh, yes, yes, yes. And it really is. Stop.
Exactly, Olaf. Man, I was about ready to just cream this bitch. It's like, damn. And I mean, I was stunned because I just like you just did not just walk out literally in front of me while I'm rolling my vehicle, and then have the nerve to get pissy at me because I honked at you. No, I just saved your little ass. So don't even go there, woman. God. And she's old enough to know better. It wasn't like it was a teenager or something. It's like, come on. Teenagers, you just got to wrap a nerf and throw them out the door and hope for the fucking best. But, oh, I got a potty mouth tonight. Damn. Potty mouth. Oh,
Don't
but,
worry about it. What happened? I was at the grocery store this afternoon doing my weekly shopping,
mhm.
and oh, there's two women and their little prince.
Oh, God.
Little prince was out of control. He was, this was at the fruit and veggie part of the store. And he's got his hands on the tomatoes, and mother's going, "No, no, no, don't touch those." And she's putting them back, and he's pushing other stuff off. And I'm going, this gentle parenting shit.
I
That
know.
kid needs to have a smack on the rear end and taken home, you know.
Girl, all it took from one of my parents was the look. We
Hmm.
got the look, especially from my father. You got that look, you're like, oh fuck. And I've seen the look even being as an adult. I was like,
No,
oh shit, sorry, Dad.
no, my
Whoopsie.
mother, my mother was the queen of that look, the dark look.
Hmm.
You're 2 seconds away from the wooden spoon look.
Oh yeah, and those hurt.
Uh-huh.
Those hurt. Those hurt.
They
Especially the ones with
sting.
the holes in them.
No, I never had that one. Just the flat of a wooden spatula or spoon. As whap.
Yeah, now my grandma, one of my grandmas, woo boy, she was a switch.
Oh, nope,
She
never
was
had
a
that.
switch. Man, them little tree branches hurt.
Did she make you go out in the yard and pick your own?
Well, sometimes yes, but mostly no. She had a stash.
Oh,
She was well prepared. He was
because I
prepared.
heard, I heard that if you went out and picked your own switch and it was too small or too thin,
Oh
then
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you got beat extra. And what? And oh, my husband, God, he was a little hellion. Because and it's true what they say. Cop kids are like this. I swear to God, he was like the little saint with his little halo all the time, little chosen one, and he was like right down there, kind of towards the middle of the pack. And one time they were visiting his grandma,
Hmm.
and they were like his grandma was on a farm, and he got the garden hose and sprayed his grandmother through the door. Oh my God, he said he was like 10. I said, I'm amazed you're standing there. I'm amazed you're standing there. He goes, oh man. He goes, she waited, and he goes, I just wasn't gonna go back in the house. And he goes, I'd have had, if I had to stay out there all day, I would have.
Well, now, isn't that similar to what Emma was talking about when she mouthed off at her Italian Nona and she hid in the bathroom for 5 hours?
No kidding. I mean, yeah. Oh man. So
Ate toothpaste.
oh,
So my mom always did the same thing where she'd grab and squeeze my hand as a warning if I was acting yeah.
how many broken fingers did you go home with? Oh no. That would just be like, ow. I wish that would work
Hey,
with my
Kate.
husband. Hey Kate, good to see you, sweetie.
Let's talk about the many ways our parents tortured us when we
Oh
were
my
kids.
God, exactly. Jeez. I mean, there wasn't any of this foo-foo shit going on. No, 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 no.
No, that's gentle parenting. When I actually see it in action, it's like, what is wrong with you?
I don't.
Kids need boundaries. You know,
Um,
I'm not saying to go a haul off and slap them around, but they need to know what consequences to their actions are, and
well,
sometimes they're
exactly.
not pleasant.
Well, thank you. And back in the day, and I'm sorry, back in the Stone Age, if Michael was here, hey Castle, how's
Hey,
it going,
Dad.
hon? Um, if the Stone Age was here, when we got sent to our room, there was nothing in your room. Nowadays you send a kid to their room and they're like, cool. They're just on their computer talking to their friends on the phone. They don't care. They're like, okay, thanks. Let me know when dinner's ready and I'll come out. But no, the only thing we had was, I'm sorry, I'm a CBer. I was a CBer back in the day. And we had our CB. Now I had a home base, so I had my base.
Mhm.
And Dad's way of punishment was he'd come in and take your power mic. He's like, all right, give me the mic. And it's like, oh, no, not my mic. How am I going to get out? This is terrible. Don't do this. And so then you have to like run with your stash and grab your little portable one for that one you had in your car and had to plug that one in and use it. And then everybody's like, nobody can hear you. It's like, oh, well, life sucks. I'll get it back here in a little bit.
And they were gross, Olaf. Fucking gross. And they still are. I don't know why anybody eats those pieces of styrofoam.
Yeah, I'm not a Twinkie fan either.
No, and she's making fun of me because I had a meltdown when my mother deigned to put a package in the grocery cart because, she only bought essentials. There were 6 kids. There was no, enough money for stupid things.
Right.
And she finally relented. I was so excited. I got home, tore into it, took a bite. And I literally started crying. They were so bad. All this anticipation.
That does suck.
She made me eat them. She bought them, so I had to eat them.
Ooh, that's when you pawn them off in your siblings.
Well, a lot of them ended up, in the schoolyard or in the trash.
Right, no doubt. Here, Mom, pack them for me for lunch. You could trade something good for lunch. Ooh. No, I mean, like, exactly. Like today, I was lucky I had most of my day. So I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And so I baked. That's what I did today. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to bake. I needed to get, because I hate waste. I do hate waste. And she had to buy that was part of Canadian history. That's true. It is. It is. It is. That is true. Truth. She's speaking truth on you.
Move it along, you. Just because Emma moved, now she's got to pick on me.
Oh, true. Oh no, but I can't stand waste. I mean, around here, I'm never going to waste a banana. I'm never going to waste an apple. If there's too many left, I'm like, oh, don't touch those. I'm going to make banana bread. And so I made it's like a kind of an apple cake bread. Hey, Lynn, good to see you, hon. It's good. It is so good. I had a couple apples. I'm like, they're not the best because I like a crisp apple. I don't want to bite into a mushy apple. Ugh. And so these were kind of getting to the point where, these aren't the most happiest apples anymore. That's what I did. I just made a loaf of apple bread. It's so good. It's so easy. God. Just flip, and it's done.
I made brownies yesterday.
Oh, I still have some good ones.
Uh-oh. Half the pan is gone.
Well, they freeze good.
I don't cut a proper size, like a serving size. I go in there and I cut thin little wedges off, every time I pass the pan, and you actually eat more than you think you are.
True.
So I'm just grazing the pan.
Oh no. Yeah, well, my brownie story from recently. Oh, good Lord. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make my little edible brownies. It'll be fun. And I very carefully calculated, what the THC content was to, the pan of brownies and how many I had to cut for it to be X amount of milligrams. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you need to be a pharmaceutical technician to figure this shit out. It's like, okay. And I finally found the right place to look and see what the thing was. And so I make the pan of brownies. Everything went well. And I'm letting, after I put oh my God. When you clean it up, I'm sorry. I'm definitely going, hey, Yasmina, I am definitely going to be, like licking the bowl. Hey, come on. I'm licking the beaters. And I got the brownies in the oven and I went and sat down and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, damn, I think I calculated those wrong. I said, if I'm getting a little bit of a buzz off the batter, I'm in trouble. Hey, Jack. I was, Jay. Oh my gosh, but they tasted really good. And I guess I was supposed to take this brownie, this pan of brownies and divide it by 30. And I'm like, 30? Like, okay, I could do that. I could cut it into 30 pieces, but that seems awful jippy. And well, they meant 30. They meant 30. Oh my goodness. And I froze. I ate a couple of them and I was just like, oh boy, these are pretty good. And that's got to say the best batch I've ever made personally. So that's, hey, I'm old, so that's pretty good. So but I froze the rest and they're neatly tucked away. And then every Saturday get one out and cut little pieces off of it and snack on that the weekend. It's like, oh yes, it's perfect.
Hello. Hi, how are ya?
Yeah, exactly. And how high are you?
Yeah. Which was the usual greeting before I retired at my job was somebody would say hi and I go, not yet.
All right. Getting there.
Getting there.
Soon enough.
I really miss that place. Bunch of old Union Yanks rounding doing stupid things.
Well,
Oh,
that's fun though.
good
I think
time.
everybody's
Oh,
had that fun
my
job.
God. We perfected the Union stand or the Union lean, where you sort of place your hip on the counter, cross your leg, and you fold your arms across your chest and just look bored. Uh-oh.
Oh, Olaf, that's going to be frightening. I can't wait. I mean,
oh, goody.
I don't know where that one went. She just, and it's just so weird because she is so addicted to the internet. I just do wonder, what she's doing when she's not, because she can't stop going live. She can't do it. So
No.
I was just like, okay, then what are you doing with yourself? Which scares me because I can't imagine, that she would have a job for very long. I can't imagine that goes there at all. But, because the delusions are a little bit real with that one. The chocolate Twinkies are good. I will say that, Jay. Yes, you're right. I've
I'm
had
not
those
even
and those were pretty
tempted.
good.
Not even tempted. Nope.
These were good. Do you remember Devil Dogs?
Yeah, kind of.
Did you like Devil Dogs?
Well, no.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're right. You're not going to like the chocolate Twinkies. Then forget it. I'll move along. But she can't. There's no way. And then, come on, here. Why would they all go unless I think Texas closed up the borders and went, get out, get out. But why would they go all the way to Illinois? Because we all know she's not from Illinois. Stop it. And remember the last time she talked about Illinois, she was in a back bedroom with a dead grandmother. Come on.
Latanya, where are you?
Right, exactly. That was so funny. I will never forget that. I died laughing. I mean, that was some classic shit there. And so, kids, come on. And there's no way and so why? I mean, if she was really in Chicago, why aren't we seeing cool shit like the Navy Pier and the Trump Tower and go to a Cub game or something? Do something interesting. Go down and go shopping, get some Grater's popcorn. I mean, and man, hubby was just
Castle, you missed the exit sign era. That was beautiful.
Oh God, that was. I mean, I am serious. She kept saying how jealous we were of her, and my standard joke with everybody was, "I'm jealous. I don't have an exit sign. I don't have an exit sign." I was so jealous about that. I said, "Bitch, that's the only thing I am jealous of. You have an exit sign, and I don't." Now, people, if you've watched any of these lives in the past, that my mouth runs. My husband, and I call it a junker. He doesn't care. My husband is an antiquer. He will drive 3 hours out of his way going somewhere to stop at an antique store. It's like, okay, fine. And I'm okay with it. I don't mind going junking, but it's just not my favorite thing to do. But the man came home one day with an exit sign. He goes, "Here, honey, here's your exit sign." I said, "Shut the front door." I said, "Does that son of a bitch work?" He goes, "Yeah, plug it in." And I used it as my avatar for a while because it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
So yeah, yes. So
She was
yeah,
trying to at that time, she was living in, I think it was one of those, site office container thingies,
right,
and it had, like, a proper exit neon exit thingy, or not
right,
neon.
right. She tried to convince everybody that was since it was new construction, you were required to have that.
That she
I'm like,
wasn't living in a rundown office module thingy on a lot. That
hey,
she was
that was back.
actually in her
That's when.
apartment.
Well, that was when they were sharing the
Mhm.
bathroom with the staff. Remember that
Yep.
one?
Ah!
I was
Boy, it was
horrified by
the
that, by the
glory
way.
days of Alana. It was, oh my god, it was chef's kiss. You know?
Yes, yes, it
Oh,
was. Yes, it was.
was she gonna jump off
Um,
the pier and we missed it? Shit.
well, that was interesting. Yeah, I missed that one, Castle. Because the last thing I saw, she was taking us through a tour through Chicago, and I'm like, um, ma'am, that train up there, that's called the L.
Mhm.
Like loser, like you are, that's the L, ma'am. Anybody that even knows of Chicago should know. And if you've lived in Chicago or been anywhere near Chicago, you know the train's called the L. So if she's calling it the train, I'm like, I cringed every time. I'm like, stop it. It's the L. Stop it. So and she showed the city when they were passing through. They weren't anywhere near the city. I mean, the city was off to their right. And if you get down there by the Navy Pier and all that shit, hence it's called the Navy Pier for a reason.
Okay,
You're,
I
you're,
get it
you're
now. All right.
yeah, you're right on Lake Michigan.
Well, technically, she could swim over, I suppose, but she'd
Yeah,
be
that'd
on
be
the wrong end of the country, nowhere near me. Ha ha!
right. Exactly. And you'd be putting that girl's face at the border, going, "Hey, this one, no, no entree, no, no, no. She can stay down there. Let her
Mhm.
cross over by Niagara, and because that's a totally wrong end of Canada anyway.
Yep.
So
There you go. I am very landlocked. I'm very,
yes, you
very
are.
not anywhere near any lakes, Great
No,
Lakes, I mean.
no, no. Well, and and you have to excuse me, I'm rusty. You're not anywhere near Banff, right?
I am. I'm 3 hours away from Banff.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Well, we used to, and I'm going to tell on myself. Oh my God, there used to be Banff used to have a chat and a channel, and they had a
Mhm.
YouTube channel,
Yep.
and we used to hang out at Banff all the time. Those
Oh,
were the crazy
cool.
days. Those were the crazy days. Man, we used to knew some Looney Tune people.
I'm
Yeah.
sure the audience or Banff, because you
Well,
can't.
well,
Yeah,
and
it's too crowded.
it was kind of a jip actually because I would have rather have seen like the park. I would have rather had cameras in the park and I could look at the park. This was downtown at some corner, some intersection where
Mhm.
the streets were and the shopping and what have you. And I'm like, well, that's really cool. We get to watch people cross the street. Okay, all right. Can I see the mountains and that kind of cool stuff? When at least when I went to Silverton, Colorado, you could look at the mountains. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I still have to make peace with Mesa Verde yet, and I will get there one day. But yeah, we took a tramp. We took a trip to Durango one year, a long time ago. We had fun. It was great. It was when we were young and we could have fun and travel and do whatever. Now we just go to the same old places and sit on the beach and go, thank you God. But back then we used to
Uh,
have fun and actually go places. And but hubby's a train buff, and you're not anybody unless you've seen go to Durango and ride the narrow gauge railroad and all that stuff. And
right.
anybody that knows me knows that I do not like trains. I do not.
And I love
And
them. I don't know
yes,
why we're friends, because I love trains.
Well, one tried to kill me once, so I really just
I
have a
know.
problem
I
with
do understand that, but you need to get over it. It's the
that.
past.
I know, and and my one sister said that to me because
Did you hit her?
and because I still, I mean, it's and if Barb really wants to talk about PTSD, we'll go there because if we get to a train track that's busy enough, and when those alarm bells start coming down and stuff, my hand goes to the door handle.
Oh, poor you. No, I
I'm
tease
serious.
you, but
It
no,
really
no,
does
I
because
believe you, and I
yeah,
tease you, so I understand your trauma. I really
yes,
do.
yes, yes. And I literally to this day would still because I still have people that like to think it's funny to tease me about it. And
Oh,
they would you freak out if we stopped here? Would you freak out? Would you freak out? I'm like, fuck you. Would you freak out if I knocked you upside the head?
yeah.
You know? So they do that to me all the time. Citrus! It is PTSD. It is. Peoples. I hate to be blasphemous. What is that? Is that blasphemy? And
Oh, good. I'm
oh,
glad you had a good time, Lynn.
Beamer? It's like, oh
Blasphemer?
no,
What am I
reproachful
blaspheming?
neighbors. Oh, so yes, don't be mean to me about my train stuff. But I took one
No,
for the team though,
but
and
I did warn you, Kate, that if I find something that bothers you, I'll pick at it like a scab. I'm
I
sorry,
know,
that's just the way my family rocks, and it's awful. you
and I
know.
know, and I'm honorary. So oh shit, here we go. You're gonna like do?
No, the
I
worst
already
I'd
have to
ever
watch.
do is just mess up your candle order and your pens.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Yes, and but I mean, if I have to, like watch Alfonso one more time, I think I'm gonna like absolutely tweak. Oh, Jesus. Oh, ho, ho. I just can't. Uh, it is beautiful up there. I would, like I said, I wish they would have done the actual camera in the park and not like some street corner. I mean, okay,
It's
that's
probably one of those cameras, CCTV cameras. Is that what it was?
it probably was because it was at an intersection.
Yeah, because he got one in New York and they got one in other countries, Paris, London. They'll pick a street and just live stream it.
True. Those used to be fun. That's where we all used to go and fight because the channel owner would get mad. Take your beef somewhere else. And it's like, no, we're beefing right here, man. Put up with it. And so, I mean, oh my God, we would go to, there was a place, oh my gosh, it was in Italy somewhere. And then we went to Benny's on the pier over there. And it
Mm-hmm.
was hilarious. All of a sudden, the view count would go up 8 million people and those chats weren't modded back then. None of those chats were modded back then. And
Oh,
so,
they are the Wild West.
yes, thank you. Oh, sweet Jesus, Kate Winslet. No. Oh, I don't know. Ooh, ooh.
Fix a Barb's lips.
Yeah,
Well, if there are, Olup's got him.
true, exactly. Either that or Alfredo does.
Ooh. Ew.
He wouldn't even need a microscope or a magnifying glass. Those are big enough. He'd be able to see them just fine. Uh,
I don't
ew.
know.
That's nightmarish. That's just nightmarish, isn't it? Oh my God. Stop. No. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Poor thing. I know. So, Olap, where's my mama do, huh? Hmm?
I
I,
know. Where's Franny? We
I
need
we need
Franny.
Franny. You
We
know,
need Franny. Bad.
oh, they aren't real. Ah, why am
Oh,
I disappointed? I need therapy.
exactly. That is kind of scary. And I just said the same thing. Oh, damn. Like, that's okay. Well, if I had to pick, I'm sorry. If I had to pick, I'd have to go with Olap's on that one. Just saying. So, just saying.
Well,
Just saying. Just saying.
Pixar, it never happened.
Yeah, I hope so, Truth, because this is like, ooh. Oof.
Yes, I know because you sent them to me on Twitter. Sexual
Ew.
harassment. That's what it is.
Ew. Well, hey, you can line up with the ladies auxiliary is already getting, some intel on YouTube, and they're gonna actually, you know, send all the stuff they need to Google so they could find out who is the ladies auxiliary troll. Guess what? Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit who it is. You'll never find out who it is because the account's probably already gone. I mean, how we know people that make an account and 2 minutes later it's gone. So they
Oh,
just want to save their shit and get rid of it.
speaking of disappeared accounts, I heard Jeremy's mom's channel got the hit.
And
Yes.
remind me who Jeremy's mom. Who is
Well, she
that?
was part of the ATX. What's
Oh,
her
okay.
name? What's her name? I'm sorry. My onset early dementia is kicked
Hey,
in.
Pat.
What's her name? The one that's always going on road trips and broken down vehicles with her dogs.
Oh. I think I do know who you're talking about.
Yeah, blonde,
Shit.
pretty, but fucked up in the head, like something
Yeah.
serious. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
her channel's gone. They're always suing each other. It was crazy.
Oh, truthfully,
Truthfully,
Trisha.
Trisha, thank you.
Oh my God, I saw her on Dr. Phil once. I'm like, huh?
Oh, that video was all.
I popped
my
up. I'm like,
favorite.
holy
My
shit.
favorite part is when she passed out.
Oh my God. It's embarrassing to actually know people that have been on a talk show. It's like, oh, fuck.
I
I
like
know
that.
this person. That scared me. Ooh. And then,
Well,
well, somebody else.
as much as I dislike Phil, the look on his face was just. It was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
barely restrained from rolling his eyes.
Yes, I know. It was so funny. Oh my God. Oh no, stop. But how frightening is that?
Oh no. Anyway, we're gathered here today to just trash on Barb for a little bit.
Absolutely. And she said some interesting things. And I could be, because again, this is my opinion. I don't know. What do I know? But it doesn't make sense. And when it doesn't make sense, Barb, it's just no.
I know.
Now, there was exactly.
Oh my god. So it's the one from what, 5 days ago?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a live that, you know, that was the first time I even thought, because I had tried to type before and I was blocked. So, she's, oh no, you're all unblocked, you're all unblocked. No, we're not. No, there's still people in here that totally aren't. I wouldn't even know if I'm blocked still anymore or not because I haven't tried and I don't care. She can kiss my ass.
Yeah.
And so, but we were, you wish had gone in there. Ford went in there first, said something to her, and anytime, I love how she dares people come in and talk, come in and talk. Well, you go in and try to talk, and she doesn't let you talk. She only wants to hear what she has to say. And then if you dare say anything differing what she wants to hear or wants
Mhm.
anybody else to hear, oh no, you're lying. You're just going to cause trouble. How could I have caused trouble when all I asked you to do that night was, can I please come up on your panel? I will come up on your panel. And she's never going to let me do that. She just
No.
ignored us the whole rest of the time. It's like, okay, well, whatever. And I was getting kicked out and I was coming back in, and I went back later to see if anybody would need to, because I know You Wish was not a happy. Yes, that is the one where she started calling you Orange Head. And so I thought maybe You Wish might need some screenshots from that, because I know you're going to mess with her. If you want to accuse her of something, you damn well better have some good fucking proof, because she won't tolerate that shit. She will. She's got a lawyer. And, like a lot of us, when you're older, we have more insurance and we have lawyers. So there's that. But I thought maybe she might need anything from that. So I was going back and getting some screenshots. So I was listening to it. And then she got to this one part. And I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't hear this the first time. And she gets into where, and I guess she posted this picture of, oh, exactly, citrus tons. I have all this evidence. I was like, well, show it. We know you know how to do it, Barb, but you just don't want to. You think shaking a piece of paper and doing this. And here, speaking of evidence. Mhm.
Oh, I keep forgetting to visit her community post. I've got to do that.
Oh, that
But
is funny. Oh my God. So,
so we're not
but
going to force you to listen to the whole thing, even though
no,
it's 55
just want to
minutes.
hear this part, and somebody tell me if they heard what I heard. Now, just a little bit of, coming up to this was, she was going just totally off the chain, talking about, you guys want me to show proof. Well, and I have proof that I have kidney cancer. And it's just like, I'm like, okay, how many times have we heard that now? And again, the story changes. We all know it was an ablation, that they use heat and no radiation. And so she said that a technician circled on this MRI, and she put up this image that had her name, the date, and it was a very extremely cropped photo of what appeared to be an MRI scan. And I'm like, okay, well, first of all, a technician will never tell you anything. When you get a test, an x-ray, nothing. The technician won't tell you shit, because they'll be liable. If you get a mammogram and the technician goes, oh, and you're like, what? Because they see, I'm sure, cancer every day, and they know what it looks like. And so when someone asks them, hey, do you see anything wrong? They're nervous, apprehensive. The technician is going to just very politely say, I'm sorry, you'll have to talk with your doctor, but we don't really know. We're just taking the pictures. So they are never going to tell you anything. The doctor does. Now, because I was wondering how she got this done so quickly, because this is a Friday at 1:00. No, you don't get results back from that. So when she said technician, I'm thinking, wait a minute. All she did was ask for a copy of this, and she must have had a way to play it. And because there's no way that you're going to get results back. And this is almost like a preliminary scan. This is a scan that they do, that's done very quickly. It's a type of MRI that's very quickly done. And it's generally for a person who can't hold their breath for the 20 or 25 seconds that you might be required to during a regular CT, MRI, or whatever. So she goes off on this tangent talking about kidney cancer, and then all of a sudden she's talking about her spine. I'm like, huh? Did I hear that right? And so I went back and listened to it, and that's what she is. She's talking about her spine. So, huh? How do we go from her kidney to her spine? And she's talking about all kinds of weird shit. I know, it was clear. It was clear. So I'm just like, and I hate that, because I'm thinking it's like gaslighting. I'm like, did I just hear that? I was like, what? And no technician is going to circle anything on your scan. They're just not going to do that. And it was very carefully cropped too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wait a minute. And I said, now you think about it, that scan does look like it could possibly be part of a spinal, or where your discs are. And she's like, the mucousy stuff in between your vertebrae and your discs that cushion your spine. I'm like, ma'am, Those are your discs. And if any of that stuff, that material you want to call mucus or whatever, that's not how you're, if those leak, that means you have a ruptured disc. And if they bulge, then it can pinch something around, or some people get bulging in their disc and they don't even know. But some people, like me, when your disc bulges, it will pinch a nerve. So, there's just too much about that image that doesn't make sense. Way too much. And then when she's trying to talk, I'm going to put up proof I have kidney cancer. I still have kidney cancer. And then why are you talking about your spine? So we'll play it and see what everybody else thinks. Maybe, maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. I've been listening to some of these wackadoodles for long enough that, holy shit.
Exactly. Weird.
Exactly, Citrus. It does not look anything like a part of your kidney. And it's a very strange angle. So we'll see. We'll let y'all hear it for yourself and see what y'all think.
Okay, let me find it.
It's there. It's there somewhere.
Let me get it. Yes, I know. I just have to find it.
Oh, I know.
Because I get distracted. Shut up! It's dementia. Okay.
Probably.
Remember. There it is. Okay. I have other things up here too. So, all right. So I'm going to start it at 29:57.
Pieces of clipped images. If he has something from, say, if it was in a chat, he doesn't put what chat it's from. He just sticks it up there. Where's the proof? You ask me for proof. Where's the proof? And I will be putting up some proof. I still have kidney cancer. The tech circled it on the video thing. I don't know. It shows where my spinal cord is being invaded because of the mucus or whatever that's around the spinal cord between that and the vertebrates are dissolving.
Your discs. Those are your discs.
Now we know why I've been hurting in my back and everything and my legs and everything. Y'all don't know my life.
Exactly, Citrus. She was.
But y'all make up stories about it. And I did go to, y'all called Monday. Calcasieu, call the courthouse, city hall, anything, and ask them if Barbara Gaspar Duhan has any legal stuff against her from her son. Any restraining orders or anything like that. I've never been served, and I've called up there. I went up there. Clerk of courts, everything says, no, there's nothing against you here. The only time I was ever served legal papers was a lady from up north with her son, and they lost in court.
Put that up.
They lost it, but they're still trying to turn it around. Well, it was this and that. One day I said, and somebody said, well, I won't be on tomorrow. I'm going to court tomorrow. Oh, they followed me. They stalked me. They printed it out through the chat room. She presented it on that last day. He says, let me see that. He read it. He said, well, she just said she was going to court. She didn't break any PPO. Anybody can say they're going to court. There's no names. I never gave names.
Ma'am, you broke that PPO like 30 or 40 times.
He threw it out.
Say that again, Kate.
She broke that PPO. I don't know. I too many times to count. She did it every day, every chance she got.
And that was the one against Parody guy, right?
And it was actually against Red, not. Yeah, I don't think Parody was included in that at all, but it was Red. Because some of those people were called to testify, and it was just absolutely ridiculous because I don't care what they say or how that ended up. I heard him. I mean, he threatened them openly. Now, I guess maybe they needed it in writing or what have you. And I think it was dismissed on a technicality because it was put in place. The PPO was put in place originally. And then in order to extend it, they went back to court again. And I think the judge just went ahead and let it, run out. And that was the end of it. So she acts like she won this big case or whatever. She didn't win shit. She did not win shit. Exactly, Citrus. It expired, and when they were going to possibly renew it, I guess the judge didn't have enough further evidence to go ahead and renew it, so it expired. But she does. She acted like she won this big, great case. Oh yes, they were guilty, and we were found innocent. No, ma'am, that's not how it worked. And you perjured yourself several times, from what I understood. So there's that. So, no. And then Citrus did just put the video up of her talking about the restraining order, that it was 500 feet. Because, yeah, Wolf reminded her in the back, you could hear him back there, you have a restraining order. She goes, oh, yeah, I do. That's a darn restraining order. It's like, God, yeah, you did. And just be very casual about it. Like, oh, yeah, it's no big deal. But she disowned them. Right, lady. Stop it. No, they walked away from you. That's why you're all hung up on kids and you want young people around you. And they're my spiritual sisters. Gross. You just gross because you don't have real family. Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, she didn't win shit. Right. So, nope, she didn't get nothing. Sorry.
That's okay.
In the court papers, and I'm ad-libbing here, and I can get them out and read it, says that the judge thinks her mind went overloaded and she perceived there was a danger. Now, I'm in Louisiana. I'm handicapped. I only travel if I'm in an RV with some of the Native Americans or family. I only travel to southern states. I don't go. I really don't want to go north. I can't stand the north.
Okay.
But yet she's 4 states up there.
All those carpetbaggers.
And
she's trying to act like she's not a threat, but yet they're worried about everybody coming to shoot them.
Oust you out. Where's a copy of one of the emails? And they're coming from other people. Well, that's third party. That's not able to be brought forward as evidence.
I remember that. It's in one of the body cams.
And the email
Yeah, it is Catholic. I know.
Wrote has Candy Gasport. It's supposed to be an email. He said, "Where's the email address on here?" And there was a second page that was retyped. The first page is blurry and dark. The second page is crisp. He said, "You can tell this has been redone. Where'd you get this?" "Oh, I got it from so and so." Well, where'd they get it? "Oh, so and so." So this is third party. Anybody can lie and make up emails and use email addresses to send to anyone.
No shit, Barb.
To make people look guilty.
Duh.
I'm throwing this out. And we won.
No, you didn't win anything.
On someone she did not know.
Oh, okay? Bullshit. We all heard it. Plus, it didn't matter if it was in writing. I heard him say
when she moved. I was worried about her health, taking care of her daughter, and I was glad her son was coming to get her and bring her up north. She needed help with her daughter. But I didn't expect this to happen to me. 3 years, people. 3 years.
She,
I really did nothing to her.
What?
She blames me that
actually threatened those guys that, that she would get her daughter put in a home. That she actually threatened that. I'll get her put in a home. I was just flabbergasted because I've, even on one of those body cams, you could hear him say, well, if they come here, I'm going to shoot their ass. And the cop was like, well, I don't think I'd be advising you to do that, sir. I don't think I'd be doing that. But, and so they're all hung up. Well, me, I'd never go up there to bother you. That's what she's implying. I would never go up there and do anything like that. Why would I go up there? Well, the same goes for you, ma'am. They even tried to tell you on a multitude of body cams, those people aren't going to come here and do anything to you. Well, the one's right here, right? And she acts like, Harry's right, 2 feet away from her. No, ma'am, he's in another state. Harry can barely walk out the door and function to do anything, let alone get in a vehicle and drive to where you are. So nobody's going to do that. I don't think anybody's going to fly a drone 900 miles away to see you. You're just stupid. And it's just like, and plus you bury shit in the front yard. And I just was so, I love to watch those body cams because I think it's just hilarious to listen, because we saw the opposite end of it. We saw when she was live trying to pull this shit off, and the cops are there and we can't hardly hear because the damn dogs are barking, a little fucking snowflake dog. And so we're like, so when you get the body cams, you can actually hear and see what story she's trying to spin. And oh my God, it's embarrassing. Oh, Jesus. She is going on and tells in a body cam, well, it's all right. We have a warrior that protects us. And, he's renting a house down the street and he walks up and down the street, a native warrior.
Oh my
I
God.
was like, are you fucking kidding me? You just said that out loud to the cops. I'm amazed that did not win you a one-way trip to the nut hut right then. Because I would have looked at you and went, are you fucking kidding me? I would have, and then she wanted to say, and I can't remember what live it was, but recently, she said something about getting that cop arrested, or not arrested. I'm sorry, it wasn't arrested. She got her suspended without pay for a month. Because one of these body cams, she tries to tell, the one cop is telling her, don't call back. Literally, don't call back. And Wolf is the one threatening to shoot people. And she's like, she gets out there and she goes, well, that one officer called me a bitch in her car. And that cop's like, I'm not them. I don't know what's going on. I don't really fucking care. He just wanted to leave. And, so she later says that she got that female officer suspended without pay for a month. No, ma'am. I posted the body cam. You could go listen to the body cam. She was perfectly nice to her. Everything. She's like, honey, get rid of your social media. You don't need this. I got rid of my social media. That was when she was threatening, and again, what do you expect, Barb? You're sitting there having this meltdown because, Bayou Princess is supposed to be humping your husband in Alabama somewhere and you're tripping, which we know it's not true because it's a joke that you can't take a joke. So people run with it because you're so stupid. Stop it. You had to put a poll up to find out about Bayou Princess's baby. It's like, oh my God. You fucking kidding me? I'm serious. I think I put the meme up one day on my channel. I would like one movie ticket one ticket to the movie playing in your head. It is true. Oh my God.
It's not half as interesting as Alana when she's in her phase.
In her moment. Yeah, that's true. But I don't know. It's a close second. It truly is. Because Alana was harmless pretty much. She's just stupid. That's just all it was with her. But now this one has just enough brains to blow herself up, just enough, because I'm amazed. She is such a good little scammer. She knows exactly what to do. She knows exactly how to do this because she's been doing it. She's been doing her whole life. So, but you can hear it on the body cam. That girl never, she was looking because Barb was threatening self-harm. So somebody called. I don't know who called. I mean, I don't know her, didn't know her personal information. I didn't care. So, but somebody did call and the cops did come. And, they're questioning her about, did you do this? And the woman, the female officer is in her car trying to find the spot on the video to where they were alerted to. And she was having trouble getting it to start and stop. And that's what she was referring to when she called basically her phone a bitch. She's like, damn bitch, I'm trying to get where this is at. And she kept messing it up, So she wasn't calling Barb a name. She was calling the situation, the phone. She's like, damn it, bitch, I'm trying to get this to stop where I want it to. And because she tells the gal later, I almost had it. I think it's right here. But then the whole time she was very, very nice. Mm-hmm. And just saying, look, because if they found that to where she said that, they were going to have to take her. They were going to have to take her to the hut for a day or two. So, and that's what's been their obligation. So, the girl couldn't find it exactly again. But so she claims later in Alive, just recently within the last few days, that she had her suspended without pay for a month. Bullshit. You didn't get none of them cops suspended, and you just better be lucky that you live in a state where apparently they're used to wackadoodles, because you pull that shit in this state, after one or two times, they're going to go, look, we're not coming out here again. And if you keep making us come out here for this stupid shit, we're going to start fining you. So I'm amazed that hasn't happened yet.
And I think they should make all police stations with the problem callers, that have a reputation, and start fining them every time.
Right. Oh, exactly. Exactly. Oh, I agree with that, Citrus, 100%. She wants to sit there and say, we're jealous of her. Exactly. I am so jealous. I don't pee myself all day.
Welcome in.
I'm so jealous that I can't pick my boobs up and swing them over my shoulder and march on. I'm so jealous of that. Hey, Bayou Princess, good seeing you. Yeah, girl, I'm telling you, you really got under that woman's skin. That's for sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean,
perfect.
I know. And it's
okay. I'm going to say again.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We do not have roaches here. We don't have to have it sprayed, but we spray because the neighbors will spray and roaches will go across the yard. If you live in the South, you know that.
Your house.
So we protect our home.
No, you don't.
She ordered something from me in March. She got it. I've got the copy of the video where she holds it up to the camera and shows it on both sides. There is no roach on it. Yet, she started packing in August and September to move north. Put the stuff in a storage unit or a storage shed or something. I don't know what she stored it in. Then all of a sudden in October and November, all of a sudden, she's telling everybody, I have roaches in my epoxy. That's funny. She's the only one that ever had one. Now, I've gotten a hold of a lot of the epoxy company and they said if it was in anything over 80 degrees, and it was getting 110 up there, a roach could have crawled on it, even wrapped up.
Melted into it.
To the epoxy.
Oh my God, what a story.
And kind of embedded in the epoxy.
Kind of embedded.
Okay. So if in March she shows it to everybody on YouTube, there's no roach on it. No,
Bayou, that's unfortunate.
And then her son picks her up, and then all this
We'll
stuff.
pray. Amen. 15.
It's funny when I've sold thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and I've given and donated thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of epoxy. The person puts it on their live, they auction it off, and nobody's ever complained.
Hey, parody guy.
Hey, parody.
Doesn't that sound a little funny, everybody?
Yeah, it does sound funny. You sound like a moron.
And I know there's going to be some more stuff against me.
Yeah.
But
that
why
Dusty
is
carousel
it that
speaks
she
for
never
itself.
let me know there was a roach on it? I made her another one, sent it to her. Free of charge.
Oh, really? Free
I
of
have
charge.
boxes that if there's a little scratch or something on it, I put them in there. But
You
then
mean
I
your
was
defective
told
shit?
they were taking an ice pick and heating it up and stabbing the epoxy to make it look like there was holes in it.
Why? Why would somebody do that, you
I let
idiot?
that
We've
go.
seen your shit. We've seen what you
Let them
do,
talk.
and yuck.
They're digging their
My
own stuff
nephew could do
and
better, and
saying,
he's
I'm not
4.
a Christian.
Hang on.
I tell you what.
Say again, Kate. Sorry.
Well, I'm just saying, and I'm sorry, her crafts are the most hideous stuff I've ever seen in my life. I'm sorry. That's my opinion. If she doesn't like it, I don't really care. You know, now she's going to call the FBI because I said her crafts look like shit. Well, bring it, ma'am. I'm excited. Don't excite me. Then follow through. You know, don't follow through. Come on. Don't you know, hey.
Don't threaten. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, come on. But my 4-year-old nephew could do better. And I mean, you know, I'm serious. I went and watched the girls craft, like Ann and Dusty and those guys. And I'm like, damn, watching Punch make wreaths and stuff. I'm like, wow, damn, look at those mud and the glasses. You know, Ann was just like incredible. I sat and watched, like, ooh, damn. I was like fascinated. Wow. And so I'm like, this is what real crafting looks like, you know. And so I was like, oh, wow, cool. And then I watched her shit and I'm like, oh my God. And then and plus to see her workstation. Oh, no. It's traumatic for me. I'm sorry. It's like just gross. And, you know, for her to say that she sells all this stuff, first she tells everybody, well, the trolls, because of the trolls, nobody will buy anything. Well, you know, the people on this side of YouTube saw the carousel that you sold to Dusty because Dusty paid for that. And we all saw her unboxing on a live stream. And it was crooked, ma'am. Wrong color. And it didn't have nothing to do with the heat. Because we sat and watched her unbox it. So, no, ma'am. Your stuff is shit. So come for me. I don't really care. You know, I'm shaking. So, you know, I call you out, ma'am. If you ever let me on panel, I'll just give you a heads up because I was blocked on StreamYards. You blocked me on StreamYards a long time ago after the last panel I did with you. I'll even give you a heads up on what I want to talk about so you can lie about it. You can come up with a whole new version.
Yeah.
The daughter that you discovered, who was your nurse at the time, and then you discovered you had 3 beautiful granddaughters, only to kill them off. Betty Sue, and you know all these people, and these kids. You got these kids' pictures from Pinterest. One of them is, and I think I said this incorrectly on the last time. I thought she was in Iron Man 3. It wasn't. It was Avengers Endgame. She played Tony Stark's daughter. So how embarrassing. So that's what I want to talk about, ma'am. I want to talk about that. All the versions of that story that you've told. Those children died in horrific ways. One died at St. Jude's. That's why you donate to St. Jude. And then you were going to inherit these millions of dollars and you were going to build the castle. And I am so pissed that I missed the castle days. I would have just died. I would have died. Somebody please needs to find that.
Hey, damn Kate.
Hey, damn Kate, good to see you, sweetie. Yeah, exactly. Oh, right. Don't you love that parody? I mean, it's just like sweet Jesus. You know, according to Wolf, the daughter died because the altitude between the 1st floor and the 7th floor caused her cancerous tumor to explode.
Now they've got to be trolling some of this shit. You know?
Probably, but you know, hey, I'll take it because hey, nothing. I thought I could be surprised because after Alana, it's kind of, you know, when Wolf was faking her death, I'm like, oh God, doesn't this sound familiar, people? Come on, this sounds really familiar. Only, you know, a twist. I'm like, hey, we've been through this before a couple times. So, you know, again, I thought I'd heard it all. I really did. I really thought I'd heard it all. And then every day, I'll zip through one of her lives, and it's just like, what? What? And huh? And it's like, do you go back and please go back and listen to your lives? I told somebody else to do that. And you exactly. And yes, Citrus is like, oh my God, the stories. And and she tells them with who comes up with this shit in their head. And excuse me, ma'am, what happened to Red Fox? Hey, isn't he recovering? I thought they were going to move in with you, and you were going to let them have the other room, and they were going to work for you and help you because Wolf isn't a spring chicken anymore, and he's going to need help now. And why doesn't he live there anymore? Tell me that. Did social services find out you were scamming the state? Did they? I hope so. Karma's only a bitch if you are, and I know you are. So, man. So, maybe it's come up its time a little bit. So, but so Red Fox and his bride were supposed to come and help you guys, even though he does have one arm and stuff now. I get it. So, it's going to kind of be hard.
Oh, George Carlin, huh? Wow, that's some special.
Yeah, exactly. Hey,
okay.
they can rehearse the 7 words you can't say, which now everybody says now anyways. So
exactly.
And yes, and I'm sorry, I am a George Carlin. I will say I was. I'm not going to get too political on him, but George, God love him. He's one of a kind.
Yeah, it sure was.
I don't know what kind of faith they are, but I'm not going to attack them for being a Christian or not a Christian or whatever their
You're
faith
no
is.
Christian.
No, you're not, ma'am.
But to call me and anyone that follows me, anyone, that's over 24,000 people. Actually, about 30,000 if you go to Facebook and all that.
30,000. Wow, I missed that.
Oh, Jesus.
And the people I know are all blasphemous.
Yes, you are. You're all
if they've been married once and divorced, they're adulterers if they've remarried or dated someone else.
It's blasphemous, Barb. Not blasphemous.
You don't say that. And I ask God in Jesus' name again, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
I see Jesus shaking his finger and saying blasphemous. I do. I see Jesus going blasphemous.
How is it that people can take? This is how cruel they are. They took Wolf's. They knew where his mother lived in Alabama.
Sorry.
They took her obituary and they doxed the whole family.
What did she call it? Obituary?
Yeah.
They doxed his sisters, brother-in-laws, his nieces and nephews because they had their names and where they lived.
Who did?
They doxed everything. They put it on YouTube.
Who did?
I don't know. I never saw it. I could care less.
I would like to know who they are.
Yeah, well, yes.
Why got it taken off? That was a privacy strike, and they said no, it wasn't. We just.
I'm sorry. Did you say something?
Well, no, I was just trying to figure out, the whole thing to where, she doesn't want to say names, Barb. It's okay. I'm a big girl. And again, hon, yeah, everybody does have stock accounts. We know you do. You specialize, sweetheart, and it's so transparent. Please keep embarrassing yourself, though. It's hilarious. So, but of course, like I came in because you kept telling everybody, "Oh, you're unblocked. You're unblocked." I wasn't unblocked. I came in under my Kate Candles account. And like I said, if you don't know that Kate and Heart and Candles is me, well, you have been around long enough to know. So everybody else knows. So I came in there and said, I'm blocked. I said, my Kate Waxy is blocked.
Huh. Well, she unblocked me.
Sorry.
I went in there and said, called Muzzy a drunk or something like that. So.
Just took it off ourselves. That was still a privacy strike or a privacy notification. If you took it off, why have Have I investigated you? Have you gotten any pizzas, anything? Have I doxed you? No, I'm not that kind of a person. So that tells you what kind of
No.
person is what. Do you know that
You,
Ford? I woke up from my cancer surgery in December and Wolf was taking a picture of it. He said I was having a colon and something.
who?
I got that taken off because when I got
this
with
was
YouTube,
before we knew her.
I had to
Okay.
prove
I think everybody else
what
was
the
kind of
real
covering her a
video
little bit.
was
But I guess she had
and
a.
the
They
medical
said she had a
record from the
colonoscopy,
hospital. I had to copy that.
Okay.
but
That's
she was actually
nothing.
having surgery. That was me coming out of surgery, and somebody probably went, "Oh yeah, whatever." It was probably a colonoscopy because there's one thing as well as when you're coming from recovery from an actual surgery. They've not had, and again, I've been lucky. I've only had one, like legit surgery where I had to go to hospital and general anesthesia, and, they wake you up, and that's just weird. But never once, I didn't see my husband again until I was back in my room. I didn't, the recovery rooms, because after surgery, after you have a surgery, you go to recovery. And they watch you, and there's probably other people I'm sure back there too, because you're still half out of it, and
Right.
that's where they monitor your vitals and make sure everything's you're going to remain stable, or they can run you back into the OR again if they need be. But so that's just your recovery room, and then they take you back to your room, and that's where your loved ones are waiting back there. I've never seen a loved one come to a recovery room. Is basically what I'm trying to say. So he was like taking the video of her like in a hospital bed in a gown and everything, and it looked like it could have been a room that where like a holding area after you've had, because after you have like a colonoscopy, trust me, I'm a pro on that and I hate that shit. But when you have that done, you're back there, you check in, they come and take your vitals, and they do all that other stuff, and it's just a little room, almost like a little cubicle. It has the bed and the TV, and this just like, where you wait till you go back to have your colonoscopy. Well, your family can sit there too. Hubby sat there with me and we sat around bullshitting and stuff. And, and then that's where they bring you back to. They take you to recovery just there in just a little space, but then they take you back to your little area where you started at. And that's where you get dressed and you go, okay, see you later. And they give you your little discharge papers.
Thanks for the violation. Bye.
Like, yeah, yeah. And so it's, it's just not that big of a thing. So she said she was just coming out of surgery in that video. And from what I understand, Wolf was present. So, and I think I've seen a clip of it one time, a long time ago, but that wouldn't be the case. That, you wouldn't be, just like a technician's not going to circle anything on an MRI. There's no way they'd get fired for that shit. A doctor might do it, but the key word with you, ma'am, is you love to play semantics. So the key word with you was technician. And that's how you got your copy of your scan so quick. Is last MRI I had done, I was seeing a different doctor in a different group, and they said, be sure and get a copy of it when you leave. So when I left, they gave me a copy of the MRI on a disc. It looked like a CD. And I know, Dex, just a second. It's kitty medicine time. I've gone a half hour over and they're staring at me like, bitch.
They don't forget. They don't forget.
No, they don't forget. And well,
We
I
got
mean, I try to do it at the same time every night, and mommy's been a bad mommy tonight, but and that's okay. Daddy's just looking at me. And I'm like, you know how to do it too, So, but he looks at me like, oh, no, I don't. I don't know how to do it, but you do it so much better. I love that. I love that.
yeah.
You do it so much better. You do those dishes so much better than me. Like, well, that is true, but okay. But so,
Oh.
that could have very well been, but technicians don't do that, Barb. You told on yourself. And then you're sitting there talking about, I'm going to put up, and you're so smug, I'm going to put up that I still have kidney cancer. And the tech even circled it on the thing for me in that video thingy or whatever it is, to your words. And Then you start talking about your spine and the mucousy things between the vertebrae. And I'm like, ma'am, those are your discs. Those are the discs. The discs are filled with little thingies. And I think we just went over this a few minutes ago. We'll refresh. The disc things are filled with the viscous gel-like material that cushion between the vertebrae. That's what they do.
Yeah.
And if one is, yes, and if one is leaking, that's called a ruptured disc. They don't just kind of leak. It's not like a water balloon that, whoops, no. If it's got a puncture in it or your disc is, leaking anything, that's called a ruptured disc. And that hurts really bad. Hurts really bad. And no, and if the disc bulges a little bit, then it'll pinch a nerve possibly or whatever, or, just whatever. But you're talking about a disc. You're not talking about, that wasn't your kidney. You can clearly see bone in that image. And the type of scan that was a rapid MRI scan, because they do those for people like you that, how do I say this? I guess I could just go ahead and say it because it's not like I'm lying, because you're so fucking fat and out of shape.
Yeah.
That when you take some of these tests, you have to be able to kind of hold your breath for 20, 15, 20 seconds, 30 seconds at the most, whatever. You can't do that. So this is a rapid scan that they use for people that can't hold their breath.
That and send it to YouTube.
I'll be right back.
In files under legal, at support, YouTube, whatever it was. They've got all my medical records. They've got pictures of the MRIs and everything. They have doctor reports. They have when I had to have blood done, when I had my stroke, everything like that. And they have the reports of the doctor. Now, this orange head thought he was smart and tried to get me kicked out of a room. He blocked us. How he got in there and blocked in her room, she didn't know. She got with YouTube. I don't know what's coming of that, but that was killing her business. And that's what they did mine, they thought. I don't have to sell on YouTube. I post it up. I get emails. People sends me orders through emails because they don't want to deal with the trolls.
Liar, liar.
I get it by letters through the mail or through Facebook. Do you know that other people on YouTube has asked me for pictures and they've been posting my stuff to help me sell my stuff?
No, they
You haven't stopped me, and I've got so much prettier things than I ever had. But what I did want to do, and I got some of it, but YouTube said they're going to send me a file through the FBI that's going to show every video from the October 21st, 2021, October 2021, when I started donating to Florida. Everything I donated and in money, I have all the receipts. Oh, mate, she might have donated $900. Just the receipts I have from Cash App, just to him, it's over $7,000. Does receipts lie? I don't think so. Not when they're coming from Cash App and PayPal or your bank or a charge card where you actually charge.
It's true. Very true, Citrus.
I have never stole nothing. And that's another lie they've been. Oh, she stole $6,000 from a dead widow. No, I didn't. Stop and think. If somebody would have stole $6,000 from you, stole your charge card, the next day, how is it you're using the same charge card in the same place? Or if somebody stole $6,000 from you, wouldn't you have called the cops if you knew who it was?
Oh, are we still going over this?
Who it was? Now, the lady up north is saying, I stole that much from her. Then the one with, let's see, what is it with Jeremy? The ones in Florida over there said that something about 6,000. Why is it the number 6,000 keeps coming up?
Because that's the money you stole.
See, I don't watch any of that no more. I've been away from that for over a year. But I will tell you what, other people are watching it and let me know. And I said, I really don't want to know. Well, you just need to know this much. They're bringing $6,000 up. Now it's from the lady over there in Florida. I went, I don't want to know that. Why? Just like I'm not going into any of y'all's rooms. I have 3 rooms I go into, well, 4 now. And I've been invited in their room. And if you show up in their room, they're going to bounce you out without you even saying anything, because they know the truth. They've seen all the proof. Typed up emails. They've seen text messages. They've seen all my MRIs. Put it up there. Show it to them. All my CAT scans, my hospital stays, diagnosis. They know I'm not lying. And I'm welcome with open arms. Just like Spawn Trooper caught the lady in Florida lying. We had mailed the man in Florida 3 big boxes. We were at UPS. We mailed it. I called them. I told them, I said, hey, I even insured it. Well, on one of the lives, there's the pink basket that was in one of the boxes.
Okay, Kate.
They actually auctioned it off the next week. But they're showing the pink basket I made. They're showing all the dream catchers and everything else.
Oh, God.
Actually, Sean actually farted and ripped a hole in his pants that night. But you can go back, it's still on there. And he says, this is only one big box. We got 2 more boxes on the floor that's bigger than that. So the lady in Florida lied when she said, oh, no, we never received them. He never received it. Well, that was proven wrong. So if they will lie about one thing like that, how many other things he lied about? Or they lied about? I'm just letting you know, there's so much proof against them. I don't know what Jeremy's got planned against them or what all this stuff is. When it started with Lynette, Preston, and all that, I shut all that off. That's drama I did not need in my life. The drama in my life is my heart, my kidney, my lungs, my back, and my pain. That's my drama. I don't need your BS attitudes. I don't need your lies. I don't need your doxing. I don't need anything. And Ford, you said, you doxed me too. And I had it taken off. They don't do it, but yet they. Do you know that people are actually putting my home address as their YouTube names for their channels? Wow, they're using my mama's name, all kinds of names, this and that. That don't bother me. I just turn it in. What do you think? And they only have 1 or 2 subscribers. Each fake name. They may have up to 100. But YouTube said when they look, the trolls that are in one room will follow in another one and another one. That's about what they have. Mostly trolls following them. They don't have the good Christian people following them. So can't you take a lesson from that? How do you think I got 24,000 subs? I didn't buy it. I didn't have anyone else buy it for me. I earned each and every sub. Do you know that I spent about 4 hours a day?
That's okay, honey.
Taking some of my poems or some of my writes, my little stories, and I put them and I make it into more of a lyric. And then I go searching. They have so many music channels where AI channels. You can go in and say, okay, I want more solo of a guitar or more of a drum guitar solo. I want harmony. I'd rather an indie beat or whatever. There's like 20 things you can choose from. They'll ask you 3 or 4 things, and then they'll write your lyrics into a song with that beat. You don't like it, erase it. You you go to something else. Or if you like it, but you want to add something else to it. Sometimes I add either a man or woman's voice in the middle of the songs. You do that. You tell it what you want to do. Yes, it's created by AI, but it's your thoughts. It's your emotions. And this is something Kate and them didn't say. Okay, I'm going to go into contents here. Okay, my shorts. Let's see how many shorts I have.
Like a zillion, and they're all repetitive
I have
crap.
a little over 1,200 shorts.
Yep, they're all the same thing.
On video,
same AI.
726 videos.
Same tired shit.
Sometimes
no
they'll
thought.
go up. It stays around 100 or whatever. But my shorts, okay, on the 18th, I have one with 633 views.
I haven't listened to Cyrax for a while. Now he's just making me nauseous.
Yeah.
I used to watch him because of Music Biz Marty, but now just I
know.
1,061 views, 1,545 views.
You bought them.
1,412 views.
You bought them.
Don't that tell you something?
Oh, yeah, you bought them.
Not on the 17th. 1,184 views. 1,347 views. Only put 2 up that day. Each of them got over 1,000 views. Doesn't that tell you something?
You bought them.
Doing people are liking. Okay, on the 15th, 1,000. Well, I got 104 on one of them. I didn't like that video either, but I put it up because you never know. I got one that 1,557 views, 1,165 views, 1,581 views. Then I had about 3 or 4 of them that got about 200 to 700. Then I got quite a few of them with, I got one that's about to have 1,000 views. 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. One didn't make but 213 views. It depends on the music. It depends on the video. It depends on your picture.
It's what package you bought.
Okay. Well, you can go right there in contents and see what's what lives. They say, oh, you don't get no views. You don't get this. You don't get that.
What's this and what's that?
Like right now, they've been 57 views, 82, then 100, and then 234, 135. But yet they said I'm not getting any views.
Exactly,
that
Jack.
Sense, people.
Okay, I just want to stop briefly and say, welcome Fat Llama, Sorry, Cheesy Girl.
Yes.
Castle to Lock and Lynn. There you go.
Absolutely. Good to see everybody.
I had to go to YouTube to see who got gifted. That's why it took me so long to acknowledge it.
Oh, nice.
So
yes, thank you, Elizabeth. She's so sweet. Isn't she just the sweetest thing ever?
She is. So, all right.
Wait a bless part. She doesn't understand.
I had a lot of people watching from
That's
October
right.
to December. 600 something. That was 2023. 600 something subscribers, and that's before they put the 500 on there. I had to have 1,000. I went in the hospital for my cancer surgery. I come out the next day. I get to my computer and I've got over 1,000 subscribers.
Right, Kate.
And my cousin had applied to be monetized on here.
Girl, stop it!
I didn't do nothing. I went and had surgery. Then I
it's a miracle.
And let the people know what was going on. I got back to my epoxy when I could. I did my religious stuff when I could.
You did your scamming when you could.
And growing. Every few days, I had 1,000 subs.
Yeah, because Music Biz Marty.
You know what? After I had my cancer surgery,
Rest in peace, Marty.
I started thanking Jesus. I started thanking God and the Holy Spirit. And I started doing my short videos.
Going to hell.
about that, about Christianity,
True,
about the
citrus.
love and prayers to Jesus and God and the Holy Spirit, the Trinity.
Oh, you just ooze
20,
disgust.
20-something subs.
I
Not
saw
bad,
the pictures,
not good,
Chris.
didn't care. I woke up the next morning, I had over
I
3.
saw the pictures of yes,
Yeah.
on his GoFundMe. Now, I know nothing about this fella. I was talking to Kate about it, but has anybody image reversed those pictures?
No,
Because
I haven't yet.
uh,
Llama. Good to see you, fat llama.
because there's a lot of stitches going up the torso. So
Yeah.
it looks like a car accident and not somebody going under treatment.
Right. Right.
Well, it's okay, fat llama. You can
Mhm.
listen. You can
Oh,
be. I don't mind.
yeah, I can understand. That's crossing your legs there, citrus. I don't blame you. It's like, yeah, no. Yeah.
Okay. Poor citrus. I hope they were benign, whatever they were.
Oh, yeah. I think he's saying that guy did. It's like and I've never heard of anything about him at all today. Now you're going to say we're attacking the guy. No, and that's another myth. Let's just bust right now, Barb. Barb, the only time that I have ever I have things to say to you, ma'am, because of the type of human being you are, and you just disgust me because you take advantage of people. You want to use semantics to play, whatever. You play games. I don't like you, and I'm gonna if I can, make other people see the light a little bit quicker, and they don't have to get hurt in the process. That's why I'm here. And excuse me, I have not said anything about anybody else. I've not trolled anybody else. I have not gone to anybody's rooms, and which is room. I think that's so fucking weird. I think I'm hiding in a closet or something. So I don't, no, I don't. And you want to pull all these trolls attack your new friends. No, no, ma'am, we don't.
We're just very suspicious. And citrus, you got a point there. That's why I said that I don't know anything about this fella. I've never, but being on YouTube, you have to question it. If you could take somebody's word for it right off the bat, well, more the fool you.
Right, right. And like
Sadly,
that, all we can hope is he's going to scam her.
yeah, yeah. Before we came on, that's what we were talking about. We were hoping to scam her.
Right. Because the Scottish one wants to get all bent out of shape. Now, yeah, I've had a few things to say about you because I watched that live stream. I that's like time I'll never get back, but it was freaking hilarious. That where you're sitting there, you're on panel with the other loon, and you're like shooing away ghosts and shit that were supposed to be her grandfather Raven Two Toes or something. And I'm just like, ma'am, you do know that that's fake. If you're not a very good psychic if you don't know they're fake. You could have very nicely gone, well, gosh, I don't see anybody like that, Barb, but maybe they'll come through another time. You ran with that shit because you go get some money, girl. So stop it. Because we all know, and so do you, that person doesn't exist. So you're shooing away what? Your imagination? What the actual fuck is that? Stop it. Oh my God. How embarrassing. So you just outed yourself. So I'm sorry. I'm going to point it out. As if you don't like me for it. Oh, well, sorry. But you did. So scammer is a scammer does. It was.
3,000 subs overnight from one video I did. One video.
No,
Find
ma'am.
your niche. Find what people are looking for. And since Charlie died,
Oh, God.
it's hard for me to do some of this. But I'm going to continue.
You're so gross.
Time of thanks to Jesus and God and the Holy Spirit, his type of education. And I do come on here and talk about what I go through. Last night, some people were in here and they were saying, it's good to hear this.
Amen, Citrus.
Somebody was going to be going through surgery and said, how? I explained last night what it feels like, what the room looks like, what you're going to go through to be put to sleep for surgery. People needs to know this. You think I'm the only one doing it? No, look it up on YouTube. There's an anesthesiologist that talks about putting people to sleep for surgery and stuff like that.
Okay.
This is where I'm getting my knowledge from. The understanding.
God, Citrus.
And
you have no knowledge, ma'am. Sorry.
New ministers and stuff like that, a lot of them were older than me. Priests and ministers,
cool,
they're Australian. It's the new ones coming up. They have a little bit of new ideas and stuff. But none of it's bad.
Exactly.
Not like you get from the trolls and the hackers and stuff on here. They have nothing more to do. They don't.
Then shine the spotlight on your lies. Bummer.
I was told they like doing that. They like to attack people because they don't have to think about their own selves.
What people?
But they're hurting them.
It's you, ma'am. And I'm not attacking you. I am just telling the truth about you, and you don't like it.
I don't email. I don't post on their pages. I don't do all this.
Take them on for the
now, somebody was going around with Akira 55 and fake names like me. But this is where I stay. And if you see another picture or name like me, make sure they got over 24,000 subs, almost 24,500 or 25,000 at that time. Realize who you are talking to, what they are doing. I don't know how to clip, paste, all that. I know the simple stuff. They're doing all the AI stuff. Mm-hmm. AI is going to be the ruin of the world. Mm-hmm. So in Jesus' name, I ask God to bless y'all. If you need healing, may He touch you with His healing, understanding, compassion.
Amen.
Oh, man. Amen. Oh.
I mean, you know, it's just like, and it's like I said, we've come full circle. She's just repeating all the same shit as when we first met her. And like I said, she lost her notebooks or something because she forgot what she said. Like, because again, she said I was a mod for her for 6 months. Huh? No, ma'am. Not me. Sorry. Nah, no. And she's, I got the proof. I'm like, well, show me. Show it. I mean, how hard is that to show that I was a mod for you for 6 months, if that's true? You'd have a screenshot or something. Somebody would have it. Wolf would have it. Come on. You don't. I wouldn't even. No. That just gives me the creeps. No. So, you lost your way. You can't even remember what you said. I've only known you since Music Biz Marty put the spotlight on you. Olap put the spotlight on you. And then I saw what you were, saw what you did to Shadowrunner and some others. And I was like, oh, no, no, no. And then when you started to bring fake people into it, killing them and saying that you donated to St. Jude, no, ma'am, that's where you lost me. So that's why I've been on board to, and maybe if you stop, lying on everybody here, we'll stop telling the truth about you. You pick.
Yeah, it's not rocket science. It really isn't.
No. Because she wants to use these same stories over and over, and they just get different little versions here, tweaks in there, It's like, huh? What are you talking about? She doesn't realize that there's all these live streams with everything on there, and oh no, those are clipped. No, they're not. That everything that we just heard just now was your live stream that's still up. So you can't privacy anybody on that. We just listened to your voice. That was your live. So no, ma'am. That nothing was clipped, nothing was AI'd. There's a transcript, and Citrus puts the transcripts in all his little tell-alls, because that's what they are. They're tell-alls. I mean, he puts that shit together so nice and neat, all wrapped up in a nice little bow, and all the proof is right there. I love it. It takes me like a 15-minute citrus video. It takes me probably a half hour because I stop at it and I'm reading everything. I'm like, damn, yes. And I'll let it go again and play it for a little while and then catch back up and read everything. No, so, no. He puts everything together just beautifully. And they're your words. And again, I tried to tell her that even in her chat. It's just like, she wants to talk about Social Blade. Ma'am, I don't have access to your channel to look at your statistics, just like you can't go to mine and look at my channel because you're not logged into my account. So Social Blade is going to differ. And I've always said the earnings, you want to play semantics. For views and subscribers, Social Blade is quite accurate. Now, estimated earnings, no, because who knows? You could do 8 million videos in your cheapy, crappy shit, and you might the next day only do 2. So who knows what they're going to get, because they have to be approved to be, to get paid on it. So, it's going to differ like that. The earnings, no, because I can't see what your watch hours, I can't see what is logged into your account as far as your shit. So don't play semantics with me and tell me, oh, it's so different. No, it's not. It is not that different. So if you want me to see your channel, then fine. Give me your password and I'll go look for myself. And I can look at your watch hours. Because you don't have any. So stop. Maybe that's why she's going live. Because do you still have to, if you're monetized the way she is, don't you have to have 4,000 watch hours a year?
No, it's just once. That's the one and dusted.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I wondered about that.
Yeah, you just have to do it once and you're good to go. That would just overload everybody. I would say, fuck that noise. You can keep your money.
Right. And Castle said this is so true. It's this Barb will go to channels that have no clue about her or the trolls, and she will admittingly off the bat bring up the trolls, cancer, etc. She has nothing to bring up to the table unless it's drama. And that's true. That's 100% true. And she insists she has to be a mod anywhere else. She's got to be a mod. If not, half of us she has blocked, so you would never know if we were in there or not unless you're a mod.
Right.
So, and then she wants to, she times people out. She says, oh, I didn't time anybody out. I didn't time anybody out. Yeah, you do. You did it all the time. I mean, somebody came in and just said hi to Alfredo one time and that they liked their stuff. Oh my God, she went nuts. And it's just like, what? Huh? That's one of them. Get rid of them. That's one of them. And it's like, damn, them. Who's them?
Her having a absolute hissy fit when somebody was attacked on somebody else. Yeah.
Yes. Elizabeth, good to see you, sweetheart. And it's just, I just don't understand that she does not realize that everything she said, the internet is forever, Barb. It's all here. Everybody can go back and listen to it. And again, the only way you got monetized was, Marty got a hold of you, and, Marty milked you, but good, ma'am. Oh my God. I was listening to another live, and it was one of the first ones. It was like a January 1st live of when we first knew her. So she had her little kidney cancer thing in December. That's when I got my first screenshot of her channel. Was she had like 600 and some subs, and it was at the end of December. And then we all know what happened after that. And, she did a couple of choice panels that were very funny, by the way. Marty, I just happened to come across one recently that Marty was on panel. I'm like, oh, I love this. Oh, it was classic. So Marty does get to live on forever, And yes, he does. So I think it's awesome that, that Barb got to be a big part of that. So that's awesome. Yeah. But that's the only reason she got where she is today is because of him.
Well, she did get a little bit of celebrity from it.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding? That went to her size 5,000 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and she's been on a roll ever since. But just imagine before, I mean, I'm glad we didn't know her in the Get Swamp days and, stats and all that other stuff. It's like, oh my God, no, that would be horrifying.
Oh, Citrus, if you only had even a little bit of the experience of listening to Alana, brand of English and pronunciation, she reinvented the English language.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And now, Sam, look, Castle's known about her for a while, so that is interesting. Oh, I know, Citrus, but that might be the most horrifying thing.
I still have nightmares about that. Oh my God. This
I
is
remember,
it to me.
and correct me, hoping somebody in here that does remember, because I remember that story. I think we were at Two Lee's one night, and they told that story, and I was just like, "Oh my God, ah, yikes!"
Oh, the visual, the
Yeah,
visual.
I know exactly. Yes, Citrus. Oh my God, Ugh, I'm telling you, Parody. I mean, I just can't,
Oh, is
but
there
I do.
a Pornhub subsection where they show them? Oh, never mind. Oh God. Deep sigh.
Oh, that's it. Well, because it's funny too, Castle, because they have tons of Facebook pages. I mean, he's got several, she's got several, and he tried to private one recently and this was a while back. I mean, recently, with the last several months. He forgot though that he linked her channel to this. They started, oh, that's not us. Well, then why did you have that channel linked right directly to Barb's channel? Pinned on the thing. So no, it was you, and it clearly said that you sell Native American crafts, jewelry. Yep, it didn't say anything about, because when you got caught on your YouTube channel, you quickly changed it, because I even think I may have the original where you said you sold Native American items. And then you very quickly, when you got caught, changed it to Native American style, is what you quickly changed it to. So I have that somewhere. And now recently, I unearthed one that is from your Facebook, sir. It's clearly you saying that we sell Native American crafts. So no, you tried to peddle that shit. You got caught. And I believe Parody's in here. I'm pretty sure the Bureau of Indian Affairs sent you a letter saying, shame, shame, shame. Don't do that again or you will be in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So they weren't talking to you about lineage because they don't even know you. You don't even have any Native American lineage. That's another thing that pisses me off too. Just be happy with who you are. If so, what if you're related to the swamp monster? Who cares? What can you do? But embrace it, honey. Embrace it.
Yep.
Yes. See, Parody said yes, they did. That she definitely got a letter from them and said, don't be doing that again, or you're going to be in trouble. And come on, we've all seen the videos. There's videos, Barb. You can't deny it. You're sitting there all dressed up with Native American regalia, with all kinds of Native American stuff behind you and near you, and Wolf wearing his fake Native American shit, and you pushing this shit. And then you clearly tell people, don't tell anybody where you got it. So that's not suspicious, is it? So, ma'am, you got caught. Stop it.
I heard that too. She's related to Muhammad there.
Oh, gosh, yes. Yep.
Adam and Eve. Who else?
Yeah, she just traced back like 23 grandmothers or something, and it's like, and you wish I already talked about that. She's like, yeah, no, you really can't go quite like that. So, and good luck. And plus, she names all these tribes off again that she's part of, and and it's like, ma'am, you're not. Stop it. Ancestry does not go, but they don't tell you what tribe you're from. They don't do that. There's no way.
And I want to see, evidence to this.
Well, exactly, because I've heard some rumors about a few people in here that they might be kind of related to some important people along the lines, and hey, that's cool. Hey, who cares? That's just okay. So Barb thinks that makes her extra special, that she's what? I don't know. Related to the Boggy Creek monster, I guess, or the Rougarou or whatever. It's fine. You probably shouldn't bury shit out in the front yard. Maybe you should talk to the Native warrior that walks around protecting you.
Oh God,
it's embarrassing. I mean, when I heard that, I was like, oh my God, I was almost embarrassed for her. Almost, not all the way though. Trust me. She whatever she gets, she deserves. So I'm just gonna sit back and watch the karma come and knock in, because it's gonna, because she has to keep buying all these subs. I mean, her views are already going down. If you look at, even the shorts aren't getting the views they were because she's not buying them. Oh, but God believes me, he's doing pretty good. They're almost to 13,000 now.
And the Micmac.
Yep. Yes.
Oh Lord, she's so funny sometimes.
I know, exactly. Parody, I about lost it.
With fentanyl.
I know. I mean, as my God, I remember that live. It's hilarious. And I love that they sent us anthrax. And eventually, I know it's on one of the body cams. They come out because it's during the holidays, I was pretty sure. And she's holding this bag. This is this supposedly her anthrax. And we're looking at it. It's like crushed up Christmas candy that she sent herself. And I'm like, oh my God, are you really that bonkers, lady? Because I think she still says that they get pizzas and all this other stuff. Ma'am, no.
Amtrak and Aflac. It was Amtrak. That was the body cam footage one, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, it was. In one of them, yeah. I mean, and yeah, I mean, it you could tell it was, that wasn't anything of, it was just embarrassing. Yeah, it's good Lord, the dude. Yeah, and I'm sorry, he's just as responsible in my opinion. He really is.
Yeah.
He doesn't get a free pass in any of this. I understand that he doesn't want anything to do with her, and it's just easier to pat her on the head and let her go off and be crazy on the internet with weirdos while he lurkies in the background, because I think that's what he likes to do. He likes to just watch, because that's what he does. He lurks everywhere, watches everybody's lives and that kind of stuff, and then watches her chat and types every now and then. So yeah, he's just a little weirdo lurker. And and he's just as responsible, because he knows what she's doing. He knows that she's lying, but yet he just is complicit. And it's like, okay, dude, then I'm sorry, then you are just as capable.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I just wonder if he just wants just the eggs are on so he can sit back and watch.
Well, that's what I think too. Kind of because and again, her first husband, she said it was an arranged marriage. That part was new to me. I'm like, oh, okay, because wasn't like her first husband like one of her cousins or something. Yes. I think she admitted that it was. And it's like, okay, so your own family's going to arrange for you to marry your cousin? Oh, that's a little weird, but okay. Yeah. But he only married me for my money. What money? You didn't have any money. What money? What? Huh? So, and then, since him and his girlfriend tried to like poison you with nerve pills or something,
Yeah.
you were able to get all the alimony you wanted. You lived high on it. That's probably, I can tell you why you're not, because ma'am, you're not married. You are not married. He is your boyfriend. I mean, I've got a little certificate in my drawer that says I've been actually married, got the state seal on it and everything. From 1988. You do the math. I got your 16, 17 years way over that. And mine is like a legit thing. I file taxes jointly. I bet you don't. Because you are not married.
Is there no common law in
Nope.
Indiana?
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
There you
Nope.
go.
Nope. No common law. So, she can spin all that all she wants. Now, there's a reason behind it. Probably her health. Because then if they maybe I don't know how it would work down there, but if they were married, then he might have liability if something were to happen with their medical bills or whatever. I don't know how that would work, but there's a reason that they're not married. There's a reason. I'm not sure what it is, but they don't, she wants to say, oh, well, all the ministers and everybody said it was great, that it was even better than being married in the white man's way. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, lady? And no. Okay. So you're a liar. Stop it. There's a reason behind it. I don't know if you're collecting, more Social Security or just whatever. Who knows? Hey, Ford, and yeah, it's like, stop. Everybody knows that that's a bunch of bullshit. And again, you got married in some fake weirdo ceremony because you want to cosplay the shit. And now I think that story's changed too. Now there was like hundreds of people there now. And, it's like, what? Okay. Were they serving liquor? Because, boy, your nose, you had a snoot full that day, sir. I guess anybody don't blame you, okay? So I get it. So
Parody.
yeah, exactly. Citrus. The church says they're super duper spiritually married, because they did it outside of the shaman. A shaman. Because it was from the movie Broken Arrow, and that was funny. We were clicking the channels the other day, and that was just on not too long ago on like some weird Western channel we get, and it said Broken Arrow. I busted out laughing. My husband looked at me. I lost her because I said, "Never mind. It's just a movie that brings back memories." And he goes, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, that's okay." And he goes, "I didn't know you were a Jimmy Stewart fan." I said, "Shut up. I watch It's a Wonderful Life every year." So, but it was just funny because it's a scene from a movie that Citrus is in here. He'd be able to remind me who that. It was written by some little white guy back in like whatever, and they used that for the movie. So no, that's not even Native American. How embarrassing. So, huh? And you guys just embarrassed yourself with this wannabe shit, and I'm all, no, I can't be embarrassed for you because you're not worth it. But everybody knows, ma'am, it's comical. You don't understand that when you got attention from Marty, people were coming over to watch you because of your insanity.
They
I mean,
followed Marty over. They didn't stay.
right?
Once Marty
Exactly.
board, everybody left.
Olap, that is something I did not need to see this evening.
Actually, I expected Kate Winslet to say that.
Kate's been on a roll lately on her channel. I've been thumbsing her up a lot lately. But
Believe me.
oh my God.
Oh my God! Speaking of old movies, I'm just gonna veer off a little bit. One of my favorite Betty Davis movies is now Voyager, because
What's
they
it called?
mouth fuck cigarettes. I could not watch that movie the first 2 years that I quit smoking because of oh my God, give me a cigarette, man. Well, they couldn't do anything sexual, back then. So it was the cigarettes, man. You just find that movie and just watch it and watch how they smoke cigarettes.
I
Because
can only imagine.
oral is very oral. I'm going, holy shit!
What's the name of it again?
Now Voyager. It's one of my favorite Betty Davis movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was great. One of the channels not long ago, it was maybe for the anniversary of when her and Joan hooked up together and did like Whatever Happened to Baby Jane and that kind of stuff. They did a couple movies together, and they had like a bit of a feud during that movie, I guess. And they did little like biographies about each one of them and then the making of that movie. And it was very interesting. And, Betty Davis was, very, very, I mean, she's always been talented, but she brought a lot to the table, back then. And it was really cool.
Yeah. But I do recommend you even if you're not interested in the storyline, which I think is perfection myself, it's just to watch. It's that cinematography at its best. Sorry, who says that word?
Right.
And it's just a beautiful movie. It is beautifully shot. It's laid out, all the things that they don't do in modern movies. Everything is lovingly shot. To the best.
Right.
And especially that cigarette smoking. You're just going to take up the habit. The posing and the way the smoke curls around them in a very sexual way, Tiamat.
Right. Oh, hey, Tia, good to see you, sweetie. Oh my goodness. Oh,
Yeah.
yes, that was it, Citrus. Yes. Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
So,
It was. But
I'm sorry, I have to throw myself under the bus. Oh yes, this is the 50th anniversary of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Because when he said Susan Sarandon, oh my God, we actually dressed up and went.
Me too.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, took all the shit with us, hot dogs and all toast, you name it, man. And we learned not to sit in the back because at one point, everybody's a point to it in the back row. It's like, whoa, shit! No, we don't sit back there anymore. Yeah. Oh no! But I mean, and Tim, I didn't know Tim was doing so badly. Bless his heart.
Is he? Is he sick?
Oh, well, Tim had a stroke. Yeah, when was it? It's been a while. He had a stroke, and he recovered a bit, but I think he's been, he hasn't really fully recovered. Last I saw him, he was in a wheelchair. He did not look good to me. Bless his heart. I mean, it's been a while. He has not looked good, but they talked about that movie and stuff, and oh my God. That was one of the only movies that was always ever sold out. And I think in the town I lived in at the time, it played the longest ever. So, and even outdid Star Wars and shit, I played longest ever.
I saw Star Wars first run in the theaters.
Oh, I did too.
Yep. Stood in mile-long lineups for that one.
Oh yes! Oh my gosh, that was the summer of Star Wars. We didn't have anything better to do that summer, so I think we went to the movies. I think I saw Star Wars, like 42 times or something that summer.
He just went out and stood in line again.
That's what the crowd wanted to do. Let's go to the movies. What do you want to go see? Let's go see Star Wars. It's like, oh my God, again, okay. And but then it became a quest to what all, because that was back in the day. Come on. So it was a quest. What could you sneak into the movie theater? And Little Kings were very good at being snuck into the theater. So those were portable.
I'm sure we did. I know that at one point, a friend of mine snuck in a bottle of vodka,
Oh,
and this one theater would, those Orange Julius type whipped drinks,
oh yes.
and you poured, a considerable amount of alcohol into those things.
Absolutely.
Good times, good times. Barb had a journal of what?
Oh, that's funny. Asshole.
Oh! Oh dear.
Oh God, I love meatloaf too much to say that, so I'm not.
Oh dear. Let's see. She talks
I don't
about.
know. That's a tough one.
Well, she's probably, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if she's like seriously addicted to something.
Oh, absolutely. Well, yeah, because she was talking about muscle relaxers. Muscle relaxers, they work differently than pain medication, as far as me, anyways. They, I mean, they make you so relaxed that I would fall asleep eventually. I don't, if I take something that I needed to for like when my back spasms, I'll take one of those, and it can take anywhere from a half hour to an hour to even work. And then when it does, if you don't, I can fight it off basically to where it starts to make me sleepy. And if I get up and keep moving around and doing stuff, I'm okay. If not, man, I'm out. That's it. I am asleep.
I had a thing for riffraff. I have to say.
Oh, girl. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm there.
Down here.
Yep. I'm there.
Okay.
But now I did have I had a little eye for Tim too. He was awfully cute.
He looked
with those lips. And I cannot think of her name, but that's who I went as. I went as Magenta. And I can't, it's, I think her first name is Patricia, and I can't think of her last name. Oh my God. Those were actually her lips in the beginning of the movie. I loved that.
That's right. I remember. No, I went as Janet, but at the churchyard. So because I had access to my mother's wardrobe.
Right.
So I had all those suits from the 60s and the hats and stuff like that. So I always went as Janet.
Right. And I had a maid costume. I'm not going to go any further than that. So that's, it worked. It worked. Okay. No judgment.
Yeah.
Mind your business. Thank you, Citrus. I knew it was Patricia Quinn. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed because I just adore her. But yeah, that was a fun movie. We had a ball. Oh my God, I loved it. Nobody was like him.
10 years of that was the best, I have to say.
Yeah, I agree.
And then the 80s, new wave. What can I say?
Well, that in our generation, hey, we started the good horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going to see Halloween, and it premiered in my town on Halloween.
Alien,
yes.
Yeah, it scared the shit out of me.
Which one?
Alien.
No, I liked Alien. There was a different one. I mean, which one? I can't think of the one it was. Oh, shit. Maybe it was Aliens. I liked it a little bit better because I'm sorry. I
She
like
was a badass. Yeah, she got into
yeah.
that machine thing, and
Yeah.
he is not. He is a god. Wow. What else was there? Halloween. There's the Alien. These are the ones that impacted me the most. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, Citrus, I agree. Aliens was scarier to me
Yeah.
too. But
Amityville, the original Amityville. That one
that
really. Mind you, I
that
read
was
the book
creepy.
first before I went to see the movie, so the book was way scarier.
And everybody was like, when I was coming up, they're like, "Oh, you're Catholic. You need to go see The Exorcist.
No, I
It's going
did.
to freak you out." The Exorcist, I was like, "Okay, this is stupid." I'm sorry, I thought it was stupid. I'm like,
Again,
"This is supposed to scare me." It didn't scare me at all.
again, Kate. I read the book first, and that's way fucking scarier than that movie. But I
And
was already poisoned by the book, so that the movie did me in. I just not. Yeah, I'm leaving.
and see, that would ruin it for me because I'm a huge Stephen King fan, and I'll tell you, who gives Stephen King a run for his money is Dean Koontz. I love him too.
Yep, I love him too.
Yes, I have just about every my favorite book ever, Watchers. Love
Oh,
it.
that's
The
been new.
Smart Golden Retriever. Einstein. It's the best book ever. Get it, people, read it. Dean Koontz, Watchers. It will change how you look at an animal forever. It will. It will. But
It's a really disturbing shit. That's for sure.
yes. Yeah.
Let's see. That's a gunslinger.
And now I want to make sure, was that part of the Dark Tower series?
Yeah, but they're so in. He's so intertwined in other novels. I couldn't keep up. So he would show up in another book, and I'm going, oh god, do I have to go back and start from the beginning of the gunslinger, the Dark Tower?
Right. Well, and they did that with Hearts in Atlantis too, and that made me mad because I absolutely love. That's one of my most favorite movies ever because I am also a David Morse fan. Oh dear God, but that was and one of the best ones, and they never show this is oh, what was the name of Soul Survivor, and that is Dean Koontz as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they did a mini series out of that, and it was oh god, what's his name, shit, Zane, I can't think of his name though. Zane is this Zane something oh god,
Ooh.
help me, somebody, help me. Oh well, he was in Titanic, he was in Dead Calm. Oh god, what's his name? I can't think of his name, but that was a really good movie as well, and it was a series, and they put it together very nicely. So yeah, there's some pretty good reading out there, but his books were always way so much better. I'll never forget when Pet Cemetery first came out. I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to see that. And it was kind of like, huh? Okay. I was very disappointed. I was like, oh, okay.
You were expecting something, yeah.
Well, the book is so much more detailed and so much better than the movie was.
But
And I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't hate it, don't but it wasn't what I was expecting, and I was let down. I was like, okay, because like Needful Things. There's no way that they could possibly make a movie unless it was a miniseries like they did with Salem's Lot. That they could make Needful Things good. They tried. They did not do it. So, I mean, the concept was good and the actors were really good, but the story just couldn't hold up. So,
yeah, well, Hollywood always fucked up Stephen King's books.
Billy Zane, thank you.
Would just be miniseries if he had kept it on the miniseries track.
Yes.
It would have fared way better than being a 90-minute or 2-hour movie.
Yes, absolutely, because The Stand was amazing.
Yeah.
The Stand was amazing.
Yeah. But what Ford says here is two of my favorite movies of all time, Shawshank and Green Mile.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. And I didn't really know. I mean, I've known for years, but when Michael Clark Duncan passed away, I was like, oh, I remember finding out about that. And I was like, oh, damn, when did that happen? How did I miss that? So, but he was always a really amazing actor. He did a lot of voiceovers too. Michael Clark Duncan did, but yeah, I liked Billy Zane in Titanic as well, Elizabeth. He did a good job with that.
Yeah, Billy Zane was not a nice guy. Let's see. That Michael Flanagan is doing a Dark Tower series? Well, I hope so, because he fucking sucked.
Interesting.
Tired of the swamp donkey. You're hired.
No kidding. Oh no.
I'm tired, everybody.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, guys, it's 2 hours 15 minutes, and it's late for everybody, and I haven't had dinner yet.
Oh gosh, yes, you gotta go eat. I know.
Yeah.
It's probably right around the same time for Citrus and those guys too. And hey,
Yeah.
Citrus is gonna go live tomorrow.
Hey,
Don't miss it. Just
Anybody?
don't miss it.
Thank you, Elizabeth, for the membership thingy, and
Yeah.
guys, again, real soon, maybe at Parodies.
Yeah, you never know.
And Citrus. And Olaf. Okay, anyway, bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.